All right, welcome to Third Power Life. Today, I want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, being the operator or the owner. This actually, I've heard it many times throughout my career, but recently was on a training I was doing, um, and it just struck me that I need to share this because this is such an incredible key for having life balance and for having success. So, listen in.
So, the big question is this: how are successful professionals like us going to keep increasing our business success and yet still have a full, balanced, and vibrant life that we absolutely love? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. I'm Dan Gentry, and welcome to Third Power Life Podcast.
When I first started my business, I was trying to do everything, trying to keep it cheap, right? Now I'm doing this on the side. This is not my main gig, right? I have a job, I have a career. That's where kind of I make my money. Um, but I also wanted to create this business and have more contribution and make some extra money, be able to change lives. So I was trying to do it cheaply, and no, I don't want to spend a lot of money. I want to get it out there. So I'm doing everything myself. I'm doing the website, I'm doing the recording, I'm doing the editing, I'm doing my taxes, I'm doing my bookkeeping, I'm doing my advertising, I'm doing this and this, everything, right? And I would get overwhelmed. It's just too, and that's when I procrastinate. It's just it's too much to deal with right now. I'll do it later, right? I think we've all been there, and it's I didn't want to outsource anything. I didn't want to have it. If you want it done right, do it yourself, right? I think we've all heard that and done that, and and so I never really had any success because I would get like close and get like the major pieces done, the fun stuff, and then when it got it into the minutia and the details, it would kind of fall through. And oh, let me go over here and do this one, and do this other project. And so I was constantly doing the stuff that I was good at and that I liked, and the things that I wasn't good at and I didn't really like, I would just kind of put them off. Well, this concept that I heard. I was recently on a training with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, and they were talking about business. And one of the key things is: are you an operator or are you an owner? Right? Because an operator, you're doing everything. It's basic. It's the old adage, that you don't own a business, you own a job, right? Where you're doing everything and you are personally responsible for everything. And that will drive you crazy. It creates stress, it creates conflict. You end up your days where your shoulders are up here and just like, right? And that's where I was. And so, because I didn't have to do it to make a living, I didn't do it, right? And then there's the concept of being an owner. An owner, there are tasks that they do, but everything else, they hire somebody. They've delegated out their, to the bookkeeper for all the finances, to a marketing department, to so there's this concept that they have departments to handle all of the infrastructure of the business, and they do the parts that they're really good at, right? And that's that's the way that you can have a thriving business, because that's what where the training was really focused on, is on business. But I realized that we have this in our own lives as well, in our personal lives, and even in my job and in my career life. I have the same. Am I a manager, or am I an operator, or am I an owner, am I a leader? Am I trying to do everything and micromanage everybody on the team? Or am I saying, here's the responsibility, you're responsible for that, right? In my personal life, am I trying to do everything and take out the garbage and mow the lawn and all of that. Well, no. Now it's, you're responsible. Now, I'm fortunate that I have some forced labor, aka children. Um, so I can say, Daniel, your job is the trash and your job is the lawn. Anthony, your job is cleaning, the bathroom. Your job is cleaning that. So, I have some built-in workers, but the really interesting thing that I heard about is another training, but similar kind of thing is, are you trying to work on your weaknesses and trying to make those stronger? And that's not a great way to go about it. Work on your strengths. Take something that you're good at and become great at it, and find a way to outsource, pay someone, or barter with someone or something like that for the things that you're not good at. Get the owner mindset, where I own my life, I own my business, I own my job, right? And do what we're good at. Focus on what you're really, really good at, and do that exceedingly well. Make it where you're passionate about that. And the other things that you're not, outsource it, right? You can go, there's all kinds of websites, Fiverr.com, and you can have somebody, I've got somebody that will take this and turn it into a blog for me, because I'm not good at sitting there doing writing, right? When I want to, sure, but I'm good at doing this, connecting with you, talking about the message, and speaking it. But I don't want to have to then go back and rewrite it. That's not what I'm good at. And you know what? I'm not going to. I'm going to have someone else do that. And thank you for doing that for me, right? And you get the benefit of that. Otherwise, for those that like to read, you'd never see it. And so it's taking what we're good at, be the owner, own your life, take what you really enjoy, do that well. And the things that you don't, outsource it. Now, I know that sometimes money is an issue. Well, barter, trade. Who is somebody that really doesn't like doing what you're good at, and they like doing what you're not good at? Then trade, right? Find a way. But the real thing is going into it with the mindset of, I own my life. And as an aside, I'll also say there are probably things that you're doing that you shouldn't, right? There's just stuff that maybe you should just eliminate it instead of delegate it. Maybe it doesn't. Does it really need to happen? Is it really affecting your life? I always talk about having that goal of your legacy and what you're really wanting out of your life. Are all of those little things getting you there, or are they holding you back? Right? Do you really need to go through and organize all of the old clothes, or do you just put them in a box and donate them and let somebody else organize them? Right? I don't know. What are the things that your busy time, that you're procrastinating, that you can eliminate? Just a thought. Anyway, so be the owner of your life, the owner of your job, the owner of your business. Don't just be the operator. All right. Until next time, keep living your life to the third power.
I'm glad that you enjoyed this podcast. I'd love to hear what you got out of today's episode. So if you could please take a screenshot and share it to social media and tag me at Third Power Performance on both Facebook or Instagram, at Third Power Perf on Twitter. I would love to hear how it's affected you. And I would love it if you would subscribe. You can click the button right there, or to get more episodes, you can look at our featured video right here. And you can also check us out at www.thirdpowerperformance.com.